Yes, on today's episode, where we'll be looking at ICT in education, a curse or a blessing. It's a question you need to reason within you. So, is ICT in education a curse or a blessing? Right, with me to do justice to this topic today is nobody than Mr. Philip Amadou Remamtsuwe. I believe he is education expert, and let me give him chance to do more justice to himself. Sir, welcome to today's show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So tell our viewer your name and your qualification in education.
My name is Philip Amadou Rimantsue. I am a teacher. I studied education. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I like that so much. You know, many teachers these days, they are teacher by practical, not by professional. What did I mean by teacher by practical? That is somebody that graduated from another field of studies and he end up, not getting job, but the teaching thing is the only thing that can put bread on your table, then he keen to eat. We call them teacher by practical. But those that went to the field of their education and study education and become a teacher, they are teacher by profession. Oh, I'm right.
Yes, you are right. Those people are not teachers by training.
Yes. They are not teachers by training.
Exactly.
Yeah, consideration.
Yes.
We're talking about ICT in education. Is it a curse or a blessing? So before then, sir, what is ICT?
All right.
Yeah.
ICT is an acronym. An acronym for information and communication technology.
Yes.
So, in relation to education, that is what we will be looking at, I guess, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, ICT is the inculcation or involvement of technology in the process of teaching and learning. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Now, getting that ICT stand for Information and Communication Technology. Yeah. So, what is education, sir?
All right.
So that we can join the thing together.
Education as a concept is very vast,
Yes.
but it is particularly a process because it doesn't end.
Yes.
It is a continuous process.
Okay.
Process of learning, process of acquiring skills, process of acquiring values that is important, that will be used by the person, by the society and the community at large.
Wow.
That is education. So education will not only be validated by the person that went to school,
Yes.
but it has to affect the life of the society for the aim of an education to be achieved.
Yeah.
Yes. And this education, sorry to say, it
Yeah.
has to be done in an organized setting.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you agree with the term that says education starts from birth to death?
Sure. It is a process and a continuous one for that matter. I agree with that.
Okay.
Totally.
So do you think after that there's something to learn again?
Well, if there is, it should be left for religious and our faith fathers.
Of course, you are right on this one, honestly. All right. In education settings, I think we have something called formal and informal.
Yes.
Yes. You make mention that you said it should be organized. So is informal education not so good?
All right. I remember saying it has to be in an organized setting.
Yeah.
That is what raised this question.
Yes.
Particularly, it has to be organized.
Of course.
Because if it is starting at the level of the family, it has to be, that is an organization on its own.
Okay.
If it is skill that an individual is learning, it has to be in an organized place, in a workshop.
Okay.
If it is the formal education, the one we usually go and attend in school, that is also an organized setting.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
But for you to learn something, whether value, it has to be organized before you get it.
Yeah.
You cannot be distracted and then learn. So an education has to be in an organized setting. You understand? That is the reason why I said it has to be organized. And it has to have objective.
Yes.
For an education to be achieved, there must be an objective.
Of course.
Yes. Either by parents, either by a vocational trainer, or whatever. But it has to be in an organized place, like I said.
Yes. Oh, this is great. I've learned a lot. And I'm still learning more.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Are you teaching now?
Yes, I've been in this profession for long, and I intend to remain here for a very long time.
You don't want to run around?
No, I do not, honestly.
All right.
This is what I have passion for, and I intend to be here to stick around for a very long time.
I could remember one of my lecturers back then said, I was born a teacher, I'm a teacher, and I will die as a teacher. I said, wow.
That is passion for you.
Yes, and I found one again today.
Yeah,
I found you.
Sure.
Yes, that's great.
Thank you.
All right, now, can you explain this ICT in education? Can you explain this phrase, ICT in education?
All right.
Yes, sir.
ICT, like we formally established, is about technology.
Yes.
And this technology has to do with a lot of things. Gadgets, software, the computer itself, laptops, telecommunication, and a lot more. Now, that is ICT. After establishing that, now the application of those things
Yes.
to achieve a classroom setting, to achieve the objective of a classroom,
Yes.
is ICT in education.
Okay.
Even from time immemorial, a teacher, after having his own objective, will need resources, which is instructional materials to achieve those aims. Now, ICT gives the teacher an opportunity to inculcate or bring in those technology that we have established earlier, bring them in to aid in the dissemination of his knowledge. Therefore, ICT in education
Yes.
is the application of technology to achieve certain objective of the classroom.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. This is great. Wow. In fact, the COVID-19 of things, or how will I say, the COVID-19 era, it has taught us a lot.
Yeah, sure.
So, it made this ICT education more practical. Yes. All right, that is good. So, now, going back to the topic, ICT in education, is it a curse or a blessing? Now, let's take from the blessing aspect of it. ICT in education, is it a blessing?
All right, thank you. Like you earlier mentioned, with the COVID-19 of a thing, it has made us to realize the importance of ICT.
Yes.
All right, ICT in education is a blessing, a tremendous one for that matter.
Yeah.
Looking at the fact that within that period of lockdown, a lot of people have to go online to study.
Yes.
They have to use other means to study. So you see that ICT is not a curse but a blessing. You understand? It is actually a blessing. There are a lot of things that one can actually plug in to ICT to achieve. The education sector can actually connect with this and achieve a lot.
Yes. So, looking at the students of these days, they so much rely on this ICT of things, I mean to say, and they hardly crack their brain. So, are they doing the right thing?
All right. That is actually relative, depending on what the child is looking for. But I want to say that surfing the internet, which is part of ICT, is also a skill.
Okay.
So being able to know what you are looking for on the internet and get it is also a skill. The world is actually evolving. Things are changing. But for you to be able to know what you want on the internet and take it from among varieties and diverse information on the internet. If a student is able to navigate properly on the internet to get the precise what he needed, that is actually a skill on its own. But it can actually be abused though.
Yes.
But for students getting informations from the internet and from their computers, whether from organized software or so, that is not a bad thing.
Yes.
Except if we will encourage as teachers for other skills also to be developed, like skills of navigating the library and stuff like that, surfing from within books. That should also be encouraged.
Yes.
But that of the internet cannot be discouraged. It shouldn't be discouraged.
Yes. We are Nigerian. Some things have to push us through before we finally come to conclusion. This open university system of education, that is distant learning, many people condemn it. I don't know. You said learning online is good. Do you recommend the open university system if one can go for it?
Yes. Like I said earlier, surfing the internet is a skill on its own.
Yes.
It is not everybody that can do it. You can give different people the same resources to navigate the internet, but someone can be better than the other person.
Yes.
So, talking about open university e-learning, because e-learning is another name for ICT in education.
Yes.
When you say ICT in education, another name for it is e-learning.
Yes.
So e-learning should be encouraged because it has a lot of benefits that we can actually help our society. A lot of benefits. It brings the classroom closer. It gives you a lot of materials.
Yes.
You understand the availability of tons of materials there on the internet. Therefore, open university is a good thing. And what I will encourage is it should be improved upon.
Yes.
More facilities should be provided so that this learning will be checked and controlled.
Yes.
And it can be made easy for those that are undertaking studies there.
Yes. You are just with one of their products.
Okay,
I have their product.
That's a good one. All right, and you see you're doing
It's okay.
which is a testament that e-learning is not bad.
Yes. Thank you so much. All right, if you are out there, let's go on break. After break, we'll continue from where we. With me, Apache Somyare Lefwiki. And today's topic is ICT in education a blessing or a curse? And the person doing justice to this topic is nobody than Mr. Flip. Any negative feedback?
Thank you very much. ICT cannot be a curse in education. After establishing that it is a blessing, it cannot be a curse. But ICT in education, the application of ICT in education can be misused.
Yes.
It can be misused by both the teachers and the students. But there are various ways in which it can be put to check.
Okay.
And another thing again, ICT, not using ICT is also a misuse of ICT itself.
Okay.
Yes, because it's just like there's a normal saying in Hausa that says a chicken sleeps on a corn.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
That means lack of knowledge. So not using ICT shows the lack of knowledge in it. Not using it is also a misuse.
Yes.
Because after what we've established earlier by saying that you can have numerous benefits of ICT and then you not using it is a misuse.
Of course.
And again, students can actually use the internet, which is part of an ICT, to solve various data, to collect information that are irrelevant to them.
Yes.
In this scenario, I will advise that it should be checked through parental guidance
Yes.
or teachers' guidance. Once they are not guided, it can be misused, but it's never a curse.
Thank you so much, sir. This is a great contribution. You mentioned parents. Let's go to them. So, what do you think parents can do to make ICT in education a blessing to their children?
All right. Parents should employ the use of supervision. If a
Okay.
parent gives his children his device,
Yes.
which is his smartphone, they are also ICT gadgets,
Yes.
like we mentioned earlier.
Yes.
If your children, as a parent, are having access to your gadget, what you should do is to enable on your device parental guidance.
Yes.
Every device, every mobile phone, every
Yes.
computer has
It
parental
has it.
guidance,
Yes.
where you can impute a number of words that particular device will pick up.
Yes.
Once the student or your child puts in such words, the system will not allow it to pass. It is on every device. So parental guidance is very important, so that it will help them not to even find the bad things that will lead them to misuse
The ICT.
the ICT.
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes.
And again, control. You can employ the use of withdrawal.
Yes.
You withdraw the gadgets from them
Okay.
when necessary. You give them when necessary.
Yes.
You give them only when you are around to see what they want, and possibly you can checkmate them by asking them questions.
Yes.
What do you want to check? What do you want? And then probably you can help them do it, or you can be there while they do it.
Yes.
But do not just
Give
hand
them-
it over to them and without any care. No. At that point, anything the child wants to do, he can do it.
Yes.
And if you give the child, he can actually take it out of the house and his friends and
help
give a negative influence. They can help him
Yes.
solve for whatever material they want. So you understand that parents should guide, and they should also enable parental guidance, which is one of the features of our mobile devices.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. You know, some parents, because the thing they have the capacity to do, they can, get their children this mobile phone, this smartphone with data subscription without checking it. I think it's not proper. But as a teacher here, teacher is a role model, right?
Yes.
So, do you recommend a secondary school student owning this smartphone?
Well, within where I'm coming from,
Yes.
I would say, except if the child is character worthy,
Okay.
which you cannot completely trust, because
Trust.
we established earlier that education is a process, a continuous process.
Yes.
So you could have possibly taught him well, but within a moment, another external influence will come in and spoil the whole thing. So
Yes.
I will say that if a device must be given to parents, because some parents will usually say, I just want to give him this device so that we can communicate while I'm away from the house.
Yes.
I enable parental guidance. There are some applications that shouldn't be found on the child's
Yes.
device. That is, if it is necessary that you give him a smartphone.
Yeah.
But I will recommend personally that it should be a normal mobile phone,
Mobile
not
phone, yes. Yes.
And that's also ensure that you are supervising. Check their browser history
Yes.
if necessary, and to understand what they are suffering on the internet. You don't just lose everything to them. That will amount to a lot of danger.
Yes. Thank you so much for this great contribution. Now let's go to the government, because whatsoever we try to put across without government help, it will hardly work.
Yes,
So, how do you think the government can contribute? Let's talk about Taraba State government. He has free education policy at heart and is working on it. So, what do you think he can do to make this ICT of things in education a blessing to the Taraba State?
All right, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Some of the limitations of ICT is shortage in power supply.
Okay, yes.
And again, another thing is the unavailability of the resources, the
Yes.
gadgets. You wouldn't find in most of these schools the gadgets that are necessary. You wouldn't find in most of these schools within here projectors that will enable simulation of a classroom. So I will advise that the government of the day should make provisions
Yes.
for star boards,
Okay.
for projectors in schools,
Yes.
so that the teachers can actually present some lessons, can present some videos of simulation.
Yes.
There are varieties of things that are in the curriculum that are not found within here.
Yes.
For instance, there are species of animals that
Yes.
cannot be found around here.
Of course.
The only way that the child will know about them is through videos.
Yes.
So create this gadget so that these lessons will be presented to them in real time,
Yes.
in visual terms, so that they will see. Provide power supply, provide resources, provide teacher training. That is
Yes.
one most important thing. You have, after providing all these things, the state government I am calling upon
Yeah.
to provide teacher training in ICT.
Mm.
Train them very well on how to use the gadget that I am asking,
Yes.
or I am soliciting, so to say,
Yes.
that should be provided.
Right. Yes.
Or let me say, I'm recommending.
Yes.
All right. Train these teachers on the use of this ICT gadgets.
Yes.
And in fact, I want to assure you that if the government of the day does this, it will have a tremendous impact on this. There are quite a number of things that I will recommend that the government of the day should do
Yes.
to make ICT really a blessing, to ensure that we tap into the amount of to tap into the expected benefits of ICT in education.
Yes.
One of which is the provision, if not for all schools, if not,
Yeah.
which is likely not achievable at the moment,
Mm.
which I wouldn't completely say, but I will recommend that there should be ICT center established in each of the local governments of the state,
Okay.
which will have all the various schools coming in at some point or at a scheduled moment to
Yeah.
come and access this. All students of various schools can come and access these things and deliver their lessons and go back. You understand?
Yes.
That's for all the local governments. Again, I will recommend that the government of the day should provide power supplies in those stations.
Okay.
The
Yes.
government of the day should also provide teacher training on the use of ICT. The government of the day again should ensure that they provide monitoring
Okay.
for this particular ICT that will be provided.
Yes.
And by so doing, we will achieve a tremendous amount in this education.
Yes. You mentioned something that captured my attention. The supervisor of things. Without proper monitoring, there's not how this thing will work.
Sure.
Yes, I think government is listening to you. They can do more on providing these supervisor things. Sir, what did you have for your students or pupils? What advice do you have for them on the use of this ICT gadgets? They are so attractive. They can mislead people. You can mislead somebody. Yes, if you are not too careful. So as a teacher, as a role model, as a father, because I believe all teachers are fathers and mothers. Yes. So what advice do you have for your students?
I will tell my students listening that as they navigate the internet to source for material,
Yes.
to source for resources that will enable their learning, either self-learning or for assignments purposes, I will advise that they should stay focused, remain focused, and not be distracted. Because while they are distracted, the objective of what they are solving will not be achieved. I will advise them to be focused on what they are doing at the moment until when they get to the stage that they can own a variety of gadgets and solve other things that they want as adults. But as for the moment, they should stay focused on their education and ensure that they achieve what is supposed for them.
Yes. All right. What call you have for your fellow teacher? Because some teacher hate my practice with this ICT of things. You understand? During WAEC, let me key into that. Some teacher will be busy browsing and getting answer up and down to supply for the children. So what call you have for the teacher? You know, we're a role model.
Yeah. Okay, that's after you just said this, I understand that those acts of teachers are the misuse of those ICTs.
Yes.
Those particular gadgets that they are misusing, I call upon them not to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's just like you picking your hand and beating yourself.
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes.
You are thwarting your handwork.
Yes.
How could you have trained your students very well and you are aiding him with gadgets to do malpractice? That is not a good one. I call on teachers who are found wanting in that aspect to desist from it.
Yes.
And I also encourage them, instead of providing the students with answers from the same gadgets, ICT gadget, as we have established earlier, why not give them the training earlier on?
Yeah.
So it will be better that way. And I also call on teachers not to just rely on the use of mobile phones alone. They should acquire skills in ICT that will be beneficial to them in the classroom, that will make them to really be a role model to their students. Because you can't imagine a student knowing this gadget more than you. Come on, it's embarrassing.
Yes.
I call on teachers to
wake
up, train themselves personally on the use of ICT gadgets to facilitate their lessons.
Yes, it's true. I found some students teaching their teachers computers. You understand?
Okay.
The computer teachers are learning from the students because they know what they don't know. Yeah, that is good. That's good. So
that isn't bad, actually.
Yeah.
If the teacher knows that he doesn't know, and the child has a wealth of knowledge in that aspect, like I said, the teacher should learn.
It's true.
Because after that student has graduated, the teacher will still have another student again
to
train. So he can actually use the knowledge that was acquired through his other students to teach other students, which will put him ahead of his students in his profession.
Actually, education is a continual
process, like we established earlier. Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
If I want my child to be with you, because I so much believe in you now, you know, you have to send your child to where you believe. Yes, as a parent. So which school do you teach, sir?
I teach in Ben Pikas Academy.
Okay.
Adjacent Deeper Life Camp, Jalingo.
They are so lucky to have you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. I hope next time, if ICT Today program call on you, you can respond.
Yeah, definitely, I will.
So,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
So grateful.
Thank you for having me.
All right, viewer out there, this is how much you can take on this show. I urge you to keep watching TV Taraba, keep following ICT Today program, and you will not be disappointed. I am still your screen guy, Apaji Somyaren Fuki. See you next time. Thank you.